All right.
Cocaine. That's Jorrun's favorite pastime. Well, not his favorite pastime. He had other things he liked more. But anyway, how are you, Kelly? Slime bucket witch lady.
I'm really good. Thanks for having me.
No, no, thank you for coming on. This will be fun. I actually this stream, I hadn't heard before until you pointed me in its fine direction. So it's great. It is a it is a great stream.
Yeah, I'm so surprised like other geographers haven't really streamed it because I streamed it on my channel once, but I just clipped out the Jordan bits.
Yep.
But it's also a good stream too.
Well, that's exactly right. And like because there's some great Jorrun streams there, but the Jorrun and Kennedy stuff, the zero viewers, all that kind of stuff. That's all awesome, and I've done those. But yeah, there was, and I mean, it was cool just to find this because it was like hidden drawing content for me, which was
Right.
quite fun. But yeah, and that's what I thought. Well, do like what you did, and we cut out the Jorrun bits and go through those. But then I thought, you know what, like this is actually a really good stream. Like if you took Jorrun out of this
Hmm.
stream, this would be like it is such a fantastic stream to listen to in terms of the people who are on. I mean, you got, it's on Clobbering Time's channel, so it's got Clobbering Time, Law and Identity, Danny G, Milena, like all really, really like awesome people in the community. They asked like there was really good, it was, not a question and answer, but like different topics, really good, interesting topics. So I thought, well, let's just do the whole thing, and
Yeah, I
um,
agree.
celebrate how good everyone else is and laugh at how fucking ridiculous Jordan is. So why not?
Then there's Jordan.
And then there's Jordan. It's he's just he's something else. And like some of his answers and that they look like because now this was if I've done my calculations correctly, this was like the day after his zero viewers stream because he kind of references that, like he says, oh, yesterday I did my first stream, and I don't think he classes his first stream as anything because only poor old Johnny Utah showed up and he cancelled it after 10 because fuck you, Johnny Utah. That's what you get for supporting
Right?
someone.
Yeah, and Jordan wasn't even invited to the stream. He invited himself.
Is that right? I'd wondered
Yeah,
if that was the
Clover,
case.
yeah, Clover said that.
Because he did that a lot. He did a lot of
He
inviting,
did.
inviting himself. Much like Slash back in the day, just always inviting himself on my streams. Just joking. Don't, no one tell him I don't want any tears. Um, but yeah. So it is funny that he signed himself up for this, but these were heady days for Jordan. This is before it all
Yes.
went to shit. So, well, yeah, we might just crack into it. I'll say hello to everyone, and then we'll get underway. So,
Sounds good.
g'day to AsburyBrad, and thank you for the stream art as always. G'day to Il Rig. Is this stream mahogany? Um, G'day to Pastor Eric Miller. Now, Pastor Eric Miller is a real fan of mine, judging by the comments he leaves. So great to so great to have you here. um, which is I don't really understand why I come to a stream just to whinge that you don't like it, but hey, everyone's different. Christy Malloy, hello to you, Pussy Destroyer. The lamp that never got to shine on Lorne's Dink. Winchester Spincock. Danforth Anchors. Cornhole Three-Way. Alison Marie Armstrong. Cookie Whoopie Pie. Anna O'Rourke. Flaps and Clits. Justin McRazes. And Flaps and Clits says, finally make it to a stream and C3W is late. Well, that is pretty much every stream. So you would have just had the same feeling had you arrived at any. G'day to Wes Most. G'day to Heisenberg White. Your hair's on sweet. Cornodilla, Spencer Silvera, Ron Knight is my uncle, Craigery, Piece of Chip, Tracy Hamill, Jugger Willie. This is going to be a rare, serious video. Moton G, Hardcore Poetry, Love, Bunny, Cat G, Diavis Swan, Shins Koala, Constantin, That Damn Doctor, Generic Puerto Rican Male, La Senorita. Apologies if I missed anyone, guys. But let's get into it. Now, there's two parts to this stream because, as you'll hear, the first part doesn't go for very long. There are some technical issues, which is quite funny. Without giving anything away, when they're trying to figure out who's at fault, and then Jorrun's like, I blame TLI, and TLI's just like, how?
I love that bit. I have just that bit recorded just to like play it. It's like mine and Donde's like favorite.
It is really good. I every time I hear it, I get a good laugh. So here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Oh, I hear somebody. I hear myself in the background of one of you guys.
Here we go.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? I still hear it. My echo.
Shit, is it me?
It's probably Jorrun. You need to get headphones, dude.
Yeah, definitely. If you're not using headphones, definitely do.
So
why doesn't he have headphones?
Right?
He orders a fucking webcam to use it incorrectly, but he couldn't get himself a pair of headphones.
No, and here's the thing, like you don't even have to get like the nice headphone. You can use like your iPhone.
Absolutely.
You can use like
You can grab a $5 pair of headphones that go into a headphone jack, and all good. But no, Jorrun couldn't do that. Got a green screen though. Got a green screen to get fucking headphones.
Yes. Couldn't be bothered for earbuds or anything.
Well, I mean, it's not his stream, so who gives a fuck, right? Like, it doesn't.
Oh matter. Yeah. And he's a perfectionist.
Yeah, he is. That is one thing we can say about Jorrun. Absolute perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight I have 3 of the greats. Some of your favorite live streamers. I already had the morning, the afternoonish live streamers.
Okay, Jinx.
I'm gonna mute Jorrun real quick.
In hindsight, he probably should have just kept the mute on for the whole stream. But I love that. I'm just gonna mute Jorrun. Always a good move.
And I love that Clover says 3 greats.
I didn't pick that up. I honestly didn't pick that up. That is amazing. I wonder if that was. I mean, I don't think Clobber would have a dig like that, but subconsciously, that's amazing.
It just came out, yeah, I think.
And, in hindsight, that should have been the title of this stream, 4 greats and a Jorrun. Like,
I love that.
Well, we're going to have to do a couple of these streams because this is a long stream, so maybe we put a pin in that for one of them.
Definitely.
That's a great pickup, by the way.
Okay. I'm still hearing myself. Can you mute your mic?
Yeah, just turn off the. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So okay, there you go. So what's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great night. I have 4 or 3. I'm sorry, including myself. I have 3 of the legendary live streamers.
He picked it up.
That's it.
Trying to figure out how to. Okay.
This picture is incredible. I
Yeah, it is a good
This
one.
is fantastic.
Okay, so let me introduce everyone real quick. She has just burst onto the scene. She does incredible live streams. She actually, I think she broke the record for longest live stream, if I'm not mistaken. 13 hours or something like that.
14 and a half, and YouTube butchered the video. The last half's completely missing.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah, like the whole, like it goes up to 11:55:01, which is annoying because there's like 3.5 hours that are just not there.
What the fuck? Damn.
I assume it's because my channel's smaller, but
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
I think you have to have a. Well, anyway, I got Danny G in the house. Danny, what's up?
Not much. We're doing good. I'm existing.
That's good. That's good, Danny. I also have my man. He does song parodies. He does comedy sketches. I got my man Jorrun comedy. What's up, Jorrun?
Hey, brother. How are you?
Good. I'm still hearing echo on my end.
I'm just thinking I might actually put this stream, like the video, into this stream because some of the comments already are funny. Like Lorne Identity going into the chat to say to Off the Verge, I have headphones. Like trying to make it really clear that Jorrun's the only fucking idiot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Is there anybody else getting it? Or is it just me?
I'm hearing the echo.
I am not.
Okay. All right.
Try a little something here.
So,
Right,
Jorrun, you just started streaming, my man.
Yeah, I did it. So I did it a couple times with TCAP recipes, and that was pretty good.
And like I love it. Like he was, and not that I'm any better at the technicalities of streaming than Jorrun was. But he was so inept at it. But he's sitting there going, "Oh, let me just try a few things here." Like he's gonna get behind the fucking
He's got to push the desk around a little bit.
That's it. He's got to get behind the fader and try to work things out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's got to work the kinks. That's why you got to have a stand-up desk.
Well, that's exactly right. And that's why you have Jorrun on a stream. So when you get bogged down with the technicalities, he can come in and save it.
Yes.
And then did it once with Miss Danny here. That was fun. And then yesterday I put on my big boy pants and decided to do it yesterday all by myself with no preparation because I'm so smart like that. Not really. And I had fun. Did it for 2 hours and had a lot of the people we all know and love show up. It was a lot of fun. I'll be doing more.
Everybody's saying that there's a real bad echo coming from somewhere. Jorrun, try mute your mic real quick.
You got it.
Okay. No, it's still there.
Oh, it's Learn Identity. Ha.
How? I
I
don't
can't
know.
believe it's not me.
Try muting yourself, Lorne Identity.
Yeah, sure. I'll mute myself.
So weird.
Okay.
It's not my problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
No.
fault, I should say.
It is gone now. That's weird.
I'm using my headphones with my little headset on. I'm not really sure what it could be.
Do you have the stream going in the background? Oh no,
I do, but like the sound is off.
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. I think. I think we're okay.
Okay. Weird.
All right.
Well, that brings me to again, ladies and gentlemen. This is not me. The Lorne Identity
Stop
and
buying
I
it.
are completely different people, and I had to have him on specifically to prove that. What's going on, man?
Right. That's why I'm here. I've fulfilled my purpose. I'm pretty good. I'm just in my room like I have been for most of this time.
Yeah.
Just I feel we're all just kind of existing.
I've just got to step away for a sec, so I'll keep it going and leave you with Cali, but I'll be back soon.
Yeah, everybody's in that
Okay.
quarantine, and what's great about what you guys are doing is you guys have given us a lot of material for the quarantine.
Right. That's like the most of the reason I did it was so I'd have stuff to listen to.
Yeah.
Just wanted to like have Lauren audio with vaporwave behind it so I could listen to it later.
What's great about like what you guys are doing is like it seems like every day there is a Lorne stream that people can listen to. Oh, Fred just donated $3 and says, Clobber scammed me. I donated it for the dump, and Lauren's literal asshole pick was not in. It's in there.
Oh, there's so many in there.
Oh yeah,
you just got to keep looking. You'll find it.
You didn't deep dive.
You'll find asshole gold soon. I believe you.
Strike gold.
Yeah, I could promise you, it's definitely in there.
Once you find it, it's like a cascade. He just like, can't stop bending. Like it's like once he bends over, his phone just appears in his hand.
I'm sorry, he said, but it's not in 4K.
Oh, that's.
I don't think I ever promised 4K. Do you really want Lauren's literal asshole in 4K?
Yeah, can somebody remaster these?
Yeah, and don't forget, this is
count the pimples on his ass.
These were taken from Lauren's flip phone from 1994. So
right, he was rocking a Motorola Razr in 2012. Yeah,
exactly. So I can't be held accountable for that. TCAP Recipes donated and says Chef Tango says hello from the treadmill.
Chef Tango.
We love
finally,
Tango.
he's got her on the treadmill.
Yeah, of course he does.
Finally, yeah.
Well, but can I
The treadmill's his bed, so it's fine.
Go ahead, Jorrun.
So literally, just this week, I got tired of watching so many TCAP recipes, and I decided to actually make some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm terrible with time management, I literally pulled out the chicken parmesan as you were ringing us up.
Oh, really?
It's cooling on my stove as we speak.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Did you say you tried one of his other recipes? I listened to your stream yesterday, and it said that you said that you tried one of his other recipes.
I did the original chicken pot pie.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking amazing. Now, I had him on Skype baby stepping and walking me through it because he doesn't always list ingredients. I'm like, I need help. But I can tell everyone, I encourage you to try it. It is very filling, though. You have 2 servings and you go right to sleep.
Yeah, and speaking of somebody who's been streaming like crazy, TCAP Recipes been hitting it pretty hard, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Been fun, too.
Very much.
So before I get onto the topics, I want to ask each one of you to kind of tell me how you got into the whole this whole pornography business. Oh, there. Okay, well, from across the pond.
Oh, another person.
Hey.
Hi.
There she is. Okay, so
What's up?
you want to talk about a marathon live streamer? I got
yes.
And Milena has been around the community for a long, long time. She lives across the pond.
Mom.
She's a cheeky little one.
I am.
And what's going on, Milena? Good to have you.
Nothing. Just my legs and ass hurts from exercising, doing one squat, and I'm in pain and agony. So, how are we all doing?
Squats be like that.
May I recommend the Lorne reality show, the workout regiment that Lauren has broadcast.
Take weight.
Yeah. Okay.
I can also recommend not exercising at all.
That's another good idea.
Sounds good, guys. I'm very, very excited about that.
Well, Milena, since you're here, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell us your kind of origin story? Like, how did you get involved in all this madness?
Okay, so a few years ago, my mother met my father, and
I don't think you have to go back that far, Milena.
Okay. Okay. So I was born in New Zealand. No, okay. I'm sorry. All right. My origin story started around like late 2015, early 2016, when I was watching, because I was already pretty aware of To Catch a Predator for many years before then, somewhere in my mid-teens, and I would have waves where I'd be very interested in, like the thirst would come back every once in a while to watch a whole bunch of videos, from YouTube to TCAP, and this particular time, I was scrolling through the videos and I found a chat log analysis of Lorne.
Of course.
Nathaniel Trevor, and yeah, and then ever since then, I was like, holy shit, people are actually analyzing these guys' chat log and material, and eventually just sort of fell down this massive gaping hole of pornography. So yeah, that's where I started.
That's right. And you actually started with the Melina. You got headphones in?
No, I'm going to put them in right now. I just noticed.
Okay, that's it's fine. Let me get to. So Melina actually started with like art. She was doing pictures of like she did a Anthony Palumbo. She did a
Yes, artist.
she did a Lauren Armstrong. She did a Jeff Stacy, and then she moved into live streaming. So I got I have 4 accomplished live streamers with me. So Danny, why don't you tell us how you got involved in all this?
Well, it kind of started back when the show even like aired. I was like really interested in it. It was one of my hyperfixations for a little while. And then I kind of grew out of it, and then I cycled back into it, like right before the Ramona calls.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say.
How did you get started in it though?
Yeah, poor Claude.
I remembered the show like out of nowhere, and I was just like, that was a weird show. And then I was like looking through all the stuff, and I was like, are these guys still alive? That's curious. And then it started with like Lauren, because I was like, this guy was weird. And then I was like, oh shit, I was like the same age as Decoy. And then it was like, oh Lord, there's this whole rabbit hole of like content. And I was like, okay, well, we're gonna watch this. And I fell in love with Ember.
It's not us, Munkle.
And it just kind of spiraled out from there.
It'll get better.
I took a few breaks from the community because I had personal things going on at the time, and then just like I would come back.
You know what? I might want to restart this because I'm getting echo from somewhere.
I'm starting to think like it has to be Jorrun's mic, because when I'm not talking, I'm just having my mic shut off. Like I turn it off on my headset.
Yeah, I've been doing that too.
Yeah.
And Jorrun's doing nothing.
Well, the echo's gone, I think.
Okay. Yeah. No. I still hear it.
No, I still hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's coming
Just
from.
kick
Hopefully it's
Jorrun.
not
Just
coming
kick
from
him.
me. I don't have any.
Hold on, Club. Let me mute mine real quick and see.
Okay.
Alright.
All
Does
right.
he even know how to mute?
Alright.
No,
Because
I still hear
feel
it.
like he
No,
Not
hasn't been muted the
Hang
whole
on. Alright,
time.
I'm gonna mute mine because I've got my headphones in.
No, sorry, everybody. We're going trying some technical difficulties here. See, now I don't hear it anymore.
no.
How about now?
I don't even think Jordan muted.
No.
Nope, still don't hear it.
No.
No.
Think it might be. Lauren, you want to put your mic back on? Okay.
Yes. Now I'm back on.
Okay.
All right.
Now, yeah.
Oh.
Now I don't hear it again. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, everybody.
Weird.
It's so
It's a
chaotic.
curse.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's ghost.
I'm the worst live streamer in the world. So,
I eat through my entire stream, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So Dan, how did you first find it, Danny? That's kind of like how did you stumble upon it?
Oh man. Honestly, it just started with Googling like To Catch a Predator, and like Temple of TCAP was one of the things that popped up. And I didn't join. I didn't join because I was just like, I don't know what kind of level of weirdos these people are yet. Because they're really obsessed with pedophiles, so I don't know if I want my name in this.
You know what? I'm gonna kill this stream and we'll be back. I'll be back on in a bit because the echo is back. So give us about 15 minutes. I'm gonna shut down the stream and I'll be right back.
Cut it down.
Okay.
Cut it down.
I'm gonna cut it down.
Okay, internet.
Oh, are you doing this for me? Thank you. I was about to say, we're about to like just hang around in silence. It's just gonna be my stupid voice. 2020 Jorrun was only around 6-7 months or so. Yeah. Let's see.
I'm so sorry about that.
I've been trying.
I,
It was fine. I was trying to like keep it going.
oh,
I can hear noises. I'm like, did we get like cut off or something? But whatever. I'm just gonna still. The show must go on.
I appreciate you keeping that going. I have no, and now I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh man, hang on. Is
Got
this
some
better now?
stupid- You are roboting so bad. Oh, there you are.
Is this better now?
This is better.
All right, awesome. So let me figure
Don't
out.
move your desk.
So can everyone still see, see the stream up on their stream now and hear us and all that kind of stuff?
Fail.
Oh, man.
Hopefully everybody finds their way back in. I'm sure they will.
Definitely. I'm just gonna start getting into the habit of muting myself
hear
when I'm not
him.
talking.
All right. I think it's okay now.
Okay.
If it happens again, I'll just kill the stream and we'll start a new one, which is
Okay.
would be really really fucking amazing because that's the exact point where the stream that we're watching cut out as well. Like
That would be amazing, honestly.
I almost want that to happen, but
Me
alas,
too, but
I think we're okay now.
okay.
So, I think
This is
the
perfect.
it's pretty good. I think the Jorrun Mafia got me, guys. So sorry about that.
They're after you.
I must have hit Jorrun too hard.
Maybe. I know. We barely started.
I know. So now here is where the technical difficulties finish with that stream. Jorrun's still there, unfortunately, and hopefully this is where the technical difficulties for us finish as well. So here we go on to the second part of Streamzilla Evening Edition.
Fingers crossed.
Crossed.
Bad echo. Someone needs headphones. When will CT...
Hint, hint.
Yeah, when will CT and Lorne Identity discover that they are... hold on, I can't read the rest of it. Give me just one sec. And then Bartek says... Bartek donated $10. God bless you, Bartek. Yeah, see?
Aw, bless.
He says, let's see, thanks for streaming, Clobber, and thank you, guests. I'm only doing one joke tonight.
What?
What?
Wow,
That's
Yeah,
not what I signed up for.
that's respect.
I
Is that
know.
the joke?
No. Here's the
No.
joke. What's the square
No.
root of 69?
Did it happen again?
It's somehow-
Again?
Oh, I don't know.
Again.
It's very good.
Oh, he pulled a Drake on us.
Yeah, he draked us.
And
Yeah, this is like
S-hole
streamception.
said,
Is it been crap for you?
Well, I couldn't hear it if they started talking.
Hang on. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to stop sharing and reshare.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes. Cocaine. What about now?
It's Drake,
S-hole
loser.
says
Okay,
that,
I can hear it.
Yeah.
CT and Lorne Identity finally meet and discover that they're twins, Goofus and Gallant.
Which one is Goofus?
Wait, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a question.
I think I proved during the stream which one was Goofus. Okay, so hopefully we got Danny. You gave us your origin story, Milena. Lorne Identity. What do you got for us? How did you get started in all this nonsense?
Oh yeah. Well, I worked at a law firm where I was like doing criminal defense, and I worked with a lot of men who had committed sex offenses against children, and it was very soul damaging. It did a whole lot of damage. So I when I was at home, I would just do a lot of watching of TCAP and other just like things that gave me that instant gratification of watching them like brought to justice or like in some kind of emotional turmoil. And then from there, I just kind of fell down the rabbit hole. Like I found like, I think yours might have been one of the first ones I found, like you and Reborn, and then kind of fell into a hole from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Jorrun, you got your origin story that I know you wanted to give.
Yeah. I'm clearly the baby here. I am so new. I'm only like 8 months old at this point. Once upon a time, I was watching a great YouTuber named Frederick Knudsen, who has a show called Down the Rabbit Hole.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Have you ever watched any of this stuff? I've never heard of this before, Jorrun.
No.
Nah, like I wondered if this was like some big thing that everyone knows, and I'm just like naive to it all. But
The Dave Newton.
What do you say, Frederick Knudsen?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I know who that is.
Jorrun's his biggest fan, so
Yeah, and I love that Jorrun is he just started and he's already doing Once Upon a Time. Remember, because that's like one of my catchphrases. Like, shut up! No one fucking knows you, dude.
See, that's the thing. He thought he was so much bigger than what he was. Like, just crazy. I mean, this is a dude that was talking about Patreons on stream. Yeah, cool. Okay, so apparently Fred Knudsen is pretty well known. So it's just us.
All right.
We're the weirdos.
We are the
Oh
weirdos.
yes.
He's so good. So he got me into Chris Chan, my other obsession. And I started peeking around, and I found the gateway drug, as I call him. Club, you call him Lornography's greatest prophet, a shaman.
That's right.
So direct line.
Ah, yeah, the man.
I subscribed. I started checking out the amazing original songs he was doing as Lorne. I didn't get all the way yet. I fought it. Like the Apostle Paul, I fought my conversion. But time went by, and I discovered Danknet.
Yeah.
Danknet is more responsible than anyone else for turning me into a Lornographer. By far. I saw the Church of Cod. I got very interested. Fell in love with Ember's voice. Surprise, surprise. Time went by. I was still kind of not that interested.
Of course, you had to put that in.
Exactly. I mean, they're like catnip to him.
Yeah, it's like catnip. I fell in love with her voice.
And that's not creepy either. Like, you know.
Not at all.
Just even when he thinks he is being normal, he's creepy as shit. Like, it's just
exactly
so funny.
And it's just such a weird thing, because like you kind of see it around this community. Like, certain people would be like, oh yeah, I love this person's voice, they're so hot. Ugh. It's like, you can leave now. Like,
exactly.
What's wrong with you?
Like, there is nothing. Well, there's creepier things, but it's so creepy. And you know, we all know. We've all seen it around, and it's creepy, and it needs to stop. And like, if you see it, tell people to fuck off.
Yes.
Going back to Base Shaman, found an interview, found Andy Burkett, discovered Andy Burkett the week he was in my country, only a few hours away.
Oh no shit.
Oh.
Yeah, if
So
I
close. So
like
close.
Oh man, imagine that weekend if God, I don't know if Shins is still in the chat, but you must be kicking yourself you didn't get to hang with the great Jorrun. Like,
oh my god.
It was so close.
I could see that being like a really bad like road trip movie.
Yeah.
Just really bad.
Trying to escape him at the end.
Yeah. They just keep trying to ditch him, but he just keeps coming back. He's like, hey guys, I guess you forgot about me. Oh.
He'll turn into Roadhouse. Turn into like another Roadhouse movie.
Yes.
A month earlier, I would have been up there with Shin, pointing and laughing at Lorne, crying about not being able to do his fucking TV show.
Right.
Did that, and then found. Are you ready for me to tell you how I found you?
You ready for me?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here we
no,
go.
please.
So what happened is,
Deep lore.
yeah, I listened to the entire Lornography a second time. The first time I just got partway through, And I'm like, I wonder if anyone else reads this. And I found it. I'm like, I can't believe my luck. It's a call where Lorne is reading his own chat log.
Oh, yes. Of course.
And this guy kept interrupting. And I'm like, I wish this asshole would shut up.
Wow.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
We can pay Betty back the full
amount. Yeah, I was going to say, Betty would have her money back and then some.
Like, does he think this is charming? He
does, because...
Sorry?
No, well, he feels like he's in the group, so he could make those little, like, jab jokes and, like, oh, yeah, bro, yeah, fuck you, like, it...
Yeah.
They're not like that at all to each other.
Like, he thinks they're mates. Like, I mean, like, that's, like, you asked to be on this guy's stream. Like, it wasn't like, you know, Clobber was like, oh, man, we got to stream together. Like, you asked to be on. He let you on because Clobber's a nice guy. And then you tell him, I don't know how many different times I've heard Jorrun say that he found Clobber and, you know, was like, why is this fucking idiot talking all the time?
Yeah.
But then
who is this asshole?
This asshole, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, who's this asshole giving up his time to try to raise money for someone? You know, like what a fucking piece of shit because he's talking all the time. But like but I think you're exactly right. It's that we're buddies. Like this is how we joke around. Like it's kind of like, I mean, I actually have a really good mate who we will laugh about when we first met each other. Like we didn't like each other at all. Like, and it's funny now, but like Jorrun thinks that's the relationship that him and Clobber have. Like it's it's really funny.
It just shows how like socially awkward he is, and even like doing like, I mean, it is hard to do a stream with more than 2 people because, you know, but if you do it enough, like, and you kind of understand it, like that's when you can kind of start to maybe feel like and volley a little bit. But Jorrun, he just stampedes, or he has to interrupt and be like, Clobber, may I say something, please?
And that is something I love too in this. Like he says it all the time. Oh, can I jump in here and that? Like just fucking talk, Jorrun. Like no one else is going, oh, excuse me, Clobber, may I please speak? Like just talk, and then you're allowed to speak.
Yes, you may speak. Like, is that what he wants?
Exactly right. The floor is yours, Jorrun. And then
the floor is yours. Take it away.
I yield the balance of my time over to you, Jorrun. But it is so funny. Like he doesn't, and I get it. Like he hadn't streamed much. Like you know, one stream on his channel. I know, like he'd done a few with TCAP recipes, but that's obviously a different environment because it's just the 2 of them.
Yes.
So like. And so I get like maybe he's a bit, but like wouldn't you just sit back and observe what everyone else is doing and go, oh well, TLI isn't saying like, you know, please Mr. Clobber, may I address the class? So you know, I'll just do what everyone else is.
I just go in, like he has all these like stand up and improv like skills, like he doesn't know when to jump in and jump out.
Exactly. Well, then that's right. He's this improv star. But maybe this was like a master submissive type thing here. So like Jorrun's the sub, so he needs to ask Clobber the master if he may speak.
Yes, that could be.
But I won't go too much deeper. But as I was telling Peel, one thing I've learned about my time is everything that doesn't make sense with Lornography later on makes sense. Nothing is stupid except Lorne.
Wow.
That is
what happens. What happens after that is then I discovered the Pope's interview with Betty, discovered your interview with Betty, found out you were a good guy, got hooked, and then after about a month or 2, I'm like, I started getting ideas for content, and I reached out to you, and I said,
found out you're a good guy, so I could overlook all the interrupting. Is essentially what he said.
Yes, like he needed like real, like, which I find if you're gonna be like a little leery around people, but like, why do you have to say that to him?
Exactly.
Like I found out that you're doing a good deed, so therefore you must be good. So I will allow you in my space.
You're so fucking lucky,
Something.
Clobber.
Yeah.
I'm anxious and nervous. Do you think I should do this? And you were super supportive. And so right around the first of the year, I started making content.
Nice. Bartek's Comedy Hour is back. He donated $10 and says,
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you, Bart.
He took it back.
hey, he can keep them coming, man.
He took it back.
Lauren wanted to have a threesome, but then realized that if he wanted to disappear, if he wanted to, I'm killing the joke, Bartek. Let me start over. Lauren wanted to have a threesome, but then realized if he wanted to disappoint two people, he could just have dinner with his parents.
Oh,
Nicely done, Bartek.
I like that one.
Just munkle onto his sister's
Kudos.
leg.
That's right.
Does anyone know what that means? I'm still confused.
Munkle?
Yeah, like I'm making.
I mean, from
confused
context
Australian
clues,
noises.
it must be just like grabbed onto her leg. I assume.
Let me put it in.
If
Go ahead, Danny.
if you've seen I forgot who the hell did this. So you'll have to forgive me. But somebody actually looked it up on like Urban Dictionary, and it does not mean that.
No, you have to go to the Hillbilly Dictionary for that one.
The main regional dictionary.
Right.
So, I think. Wait. What?
I
Like
love that
munkle,
dodo kid.
what does the Urban Dictionary say about this particular word?
To like molest or violate, which
Right.
is fitting.
That seems about right with Lauren. To put, I think Milena, to put it in terms that you can understand.
Okay.
You know how like a koala grips the mother koala? That's munkling.
And
pretty
where's
good.
the Shin's koala joke?
That's right.
It's a pretty good description.
That was a good one. Like, let me how you would understand. So you know koalas.
Somewhere.
The American to
He's
Australian
taking a
translation.
dig.
Yes.
I'll be like koalas.
Yeah, no, I completely understand what you mean now, mate. Thanks for that.
It's like when a koala grips another koala, mate.
Right. Yeah, well,
When a koala finds a shield he's attracted to.
No, Jorrun. What Clobber said was funny. Just
not-
leave it alone.
Yeah, like why you gotta like he thinks he can add on, like he can build off of someone else's joke, but no, he just ruins it.
That's right, and you know that's exactly what he did. Like his thought process would have been there, like, oh, it's a good premise, Clobber. You tripped over it a bit there. Let me.
Yeah, too many
bring
mini
it
syllables.
Home. Yeah, just like because that's in that one where the behind the scenes, like that was like probably the most flawed I've been with, where like he tells Clobber, to tone down the mini syllables, like
Yeah.
his fucking direction is so. He's just so I don't know, arrogant. It's really incredible.
Yeah, and the fact that he had to make sure that they were all there together, recording together like it's a legit scene, and if anything, I feel like he's doing double the work, in my opinion.
That's...
But it's not that hard.
No, that's right. Like you can, when you're not
he
writing,
likes to do things the hard way.
That's it, and I think the way that gets him the most attention. Like I don't care like how he does it really, but like you say, you could just go, cool. Here are your lines, guys. Could you record it? Which what usually happens. Like, but you got to all be there. You got to all listen to the door and then get your direction. And
he wants that power.
He wants the power.
Well, I mean, a bunch of koalas here are a bunch of rapists anyway.
Oh damn.
Munkle for me, I found a definition of munkle.
Okay,
Verb, to grab or otherwise manipulate something with prehensile toes.
Ew.
That's exactly
So Lauren's just grabbing
I don't
under
like
with
that.
his toes and his fingers,
a little
digging into the skin with his fingers.
No.
baby Lauren.
I didn't want to be there.
So Trey donated $1 and says, "Sorry, I'm late, everyone. You can start the stream now, Clobber." I pretty much, Trey. I pretty much did.
That's pretty much
that was the problem.
I completely fucked up the first one, and now we've just rebooted. So we should be good now. All right. So I do have a few topics written down. The first one I wanted to know, and I'll start with Danny on this one. Danny, if you got to play anybody in the
actually just before they, what was in the spirit of what they asked about their origin story and that, how did you get into to this?
Please don't make me do that. I'm so, like that is like the worst thing. I feel like. And I have like something happened with that, and I just
disregard.
I came into 2020.
Nice.
Let's just go with that. It's nothing. I can't top Jorrun. But yeah, always known the show. Looked it up on the internet. Found the community, and it was like, hey, this is cool.
So it wasn't Frederick Knudsen like everyone else.
It was not, unfortunately. Yeah, I really missed out. And not to I'm not bashing his work. I'm sure it's brilliant.
Absolutely.
I'll check it out.
In any of the sagas, if you got to give yourself a role in a Lorne saga, what would you like to do? Like, who would you like to be, or like what, or not? I mean, you could like create your own character or whatever, or would you like to play somebody? Like, would you have liked to have been Winnie?
I would have loved to be Winnie, first off, because Winnie's like top tier, batshit insane.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. But I get asked this question a lot.
Right.
Because I keep getting the, when are you going to catfish him? What will you do? And it's like, I'm not going to. One, because we no longer have Ember, and I'm not going to do it on my own.
Mm.
I'm not going to deal with this weirdo on my own. I need backup.
No, nobody needs that. Nobody wants that.
And I was just like, I'm split between either giving him an even crazier girlfriend, if that's even possible, or doing a whole like liquid Lorne situation. By the way, chef, if you're interested, hint. We can make that work for realsies, I'm sure, somehow.
I always wanted Shaman to be liquid Lorne with the Lorne mask.
Oh, wouldn't that have been beautiful?
Yeah. I'm the real Lorne Armstrong. That guy's an imposter.
It would have been beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah, I thought that would be fun because I'm also like super into Christian. That's one of my other things that's kind of outside of this.
Me too.
And the Casey saga is like my favorite one.
The thing with like Jorrun
so
and
just like I always want to like
Christian
emulate that in some way, shape, or form.
To me.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, what do you mean?
Well, like he would talk about how obsessed with Chris Chan he was, but besides doing a stream with Danny on their channel, that's lost in time. But like.
Mm-hmm. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Guys, can you hear us in the chat? My internet seems to be having issues right now. So
I was told to start talking backwards, and maybe that'll help.
did you do it? Because it seems like it has helped.
Well, how do I sound like normal now?
Yeah, you do. Yep.
So it's working.
Like I can finally understand you, so that's perfect.
Okay, well, good. Then it's working.
Cool. All right. We'll kick it. We'll pick up from where we left off. If it drops out again, we might just, call it for tonight and pick up from here next time. So we'll give it one more go though.
Fair. If we ever get a new Ember,
Sorry, guys.
or Ember decides to come out of retirement, who knows? Maybe we can make that happen.
Yeah.
But we'll get there when we get there.
Hell yeah. Lorne identity. If you got to, if again, you could like make up your own person, or if there was somebody that you would have liked to have played. What would you have liked to have done in a Lorne saga?
Are you sharing your screen with
somebody like.
You know what?
I mean, the Lorne saga is very like female focused in terms of like people who are actually
selfish,
hurting and doing the damage.
Right.
But I think it would be nice to be like somebody that is used as like a tool to make him jump.
I mean, I usually fuck this shit up, but not this bad. Like this is a real low for me.
It has to be me. It has to be me. I'll take full blame for it.
I apologise. The first and last time Cali agrees to stream with me.
Tell us, you know what I mean? Like maybe I would play like the Doctor or something. Or
right.
Just like somebody who could just be like a voice in the background that he could go crazy over, like speculate himself into a frenzy over.
Right.
Like, I feel like I'd do well as like a background character that could kind of just like have a couple phrases in that would just make that something he would think about later that night when he's trying to fall asleep and then he calls the catfish again. I feel like that'd be a good place for me. Yeah,
you'd be the one that he'd be in a fucking rage about.
Right. I'm the one that she has to shut the fuck up about.
Right. So like Angelo or Jesus.
Right, exactly.
And Christy Malloy says, I have my mission tomorrow, find the Jorrun black hole. Christy, you don't want to find the Jorrun black hole, you want to find the Jorrun rabbit hole. And jump and check out I'm sort of kind of bored's videos on that. Definitely not the Jorrun black hole, that all the black balls. Either of those.
Yeah, not those. Not those.
People, but the Doctor.
The piece of shit of all pieces of shit. Right.
Yeah, right. What about you, Jorrun? If you got to either write your own character or be one of the people who was already like.
I'm split between two. I love the idea of being adults, Derek. Mm-hmm. That would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And just taunt him with everything about, similar to Liquid Chris, just be more successful with him in every way.
Like, Lorne knows now that Derek wasn't real. I mean, I know Lorne's an idiot, and it took him a while to realise that, but Lorne knows Derek wasn't real. So Jorrun's fantastic catfish idea is to call up Lorne and be like, hey, Lorne, remember me? I'm Derek, Kayla's boyfriend. And even Lorne would be like, go fuck yourself, you weird sounding prick. Like, it's just.
I think he might get he'll get a little frazzled if like maybe Derek was like, "Sup, Lorne, it's me, Derek. I fucked your mother." He would hate that.
He would hate that. I think he would rather someone ring up and say I fucked Jamie rather than fucked your mum.
I mean,
which to be fair is fair. Like, I wouldn't want someone ringing me up saying I fucked your mum.
Never.
That, or if we did like a reboot, I would absolutely love to be Dan. On my channel, I just started doing sex tips with Dan. That's my new series. And I think I'm not sure. I think I'm good enough.
He's got to get the plug in.
He's a plug machine.
And I don't think I've actually heard a sex tips with Dan. Like, I think they've been lost, haven't they? but I've heard
Those
him.
have been lost.
I've heard his, sexy Dan voice, which is
Yeah, he wants to sound like Barry White, which I
Wow.
can't do.
Was Barry White on the stream?
Actor to play a bisexual,
Big fan,
biracial
Barry.
man, I'm not sure. It's a little bit of a stretch.
It's a very specific. Yeah, it's a very
It
specific
is.
character.
I will wear bedazzled jeans, though. I will.
But I'll tell you, like, nobody, like, Krusty is the ultimate Dan. Like, you can't see anybody else in that. He's like,
It's that voice.
yeah, he's like replacing Pacino in The Godfather, or
Right, you can't do it.
yeah, you just can't.
Nobody could deliver "What's up, chicken tenders" with as much disdain.
Right.
8 inches cock.
Trey Woodward just donated $1 and says, like Lauren, all Chris wants is that doctor or that D. I guess it's that doctor or that sweet China. You got that right, Trey. Lauren is never going to get that sweet China. Milena, who would you?
I don't get that.
I don't either. But
that's cool.
It was great, but of course Jorrun wants to be the Derek character. That's the desired one, the one that like beats down on Lauren, like more alpha, and
so he wants to
get
be
to
like
say
the alpha male Derek. Would you say?
He wanted to be the alpha male Derek. Yes.
But
have you ever? Sorry.
No, you go.
Have you? I'm sure you have, but like, if you were to join in on the troll, do you have like a character or just a spot in the part of the team?
I don't. You know what? I haven't actually thought about it. I haven't given it because I just don't think I could do anything like that well. But like, I think if I was to do something like, it would be kind of like the long con on, like, kind of, I don't know, like, what it'd be like, because I'd want to see if a guy was nice to him, would he actually, could a guy actually befriend Lorne? Do you know what I mean? Like, and as much as I wouldn't like to be nice to Lorne or anything. Like, is it all just kind of like he doesn't want to be friends with guys because he doesn't want to fuck them? Like, is that the crux of it? So if I was to do something, it would be that kind of thing. Like, I'd want to see, if like a dude was just like a mate to him, and it could be a bit like, hey, look, not excusing what you've done, but people make mistakes, man, that kind of thing. Like, could you get anywhere there?
Yeah,
or,
you're like playing good cop.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get at. And, like, I think that would be interesting. Like, I don't think so. Like, I don't think he would be. Like, I think the only way he would like talk to another guy, like, outside of like Will and that, is if he can get something out of it. Like, because that's why he is friends with Will for the time he's friends with Will, because that's the only way he can talk to Jamie. And other times he's nice to Dan when he needs to try to get back in the good books with, Casey or whoever it is at the time. So I think I already had the answer to my hypothesis, but that's kind of. How about you?
I think I said this recently somewhere. I don't even know, but whoever the catfish is, I would love to be the catfish's life coach.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And be really like get her really into it. Like, it's kind of like when it's like, well, my therapist says kind of situation. It's like let's say her name is Doris. Like, Lauren, Doris told me that I need to be in my own space right now. I'm cleansing my crystals and I have my affirmation. Like, just get really like sucked into it and be really like, just out there about it. Just be real and be maybe a little kooky.
Yep. I like that because it's kind of almost like it's that same kind of angle as the therapist, but with everything removed, like because Lorne just latched on to, well, he's just saying this stuff because he wants to be with you. Which is what the therapist made pretty clear that, but yeah, like that angle, kind of the same kind of thing in terms of, hey, look, I what the therapist was saying, but you don't, he can't go straight to the angle. Oh, well, she wants to fuck you, like that kind of. I like that.
Yeah. Different angle on the therapist, but like be really like earthy and about it.
So you wouldn't just go the Kennedy route and ring him up and tell him everything that's wrong with him, because that is the funniest catfish idea I've heard. It'd be
I heard. I'll just be myself. I'll just talk shit.
It'd be a 30-second catfish. Amazing.
What would you like to do if there was a Lorne saga?
Okay. So there's a couple of answers to this question. So, if I was playing a female character, I would probably be the child.
Actually, and I don't like anything that Eel says usually, but that isn't bad to be. Says I should play Mama Gwen from Beyond the Grave after she dies. That's not a bad shout, actually.
Oh, yeah. I don't really read what Eel Rierick says.
Nah, I mean a broken clock's right twice a day, isn't it? So.
Yeah,
well
I mean, you can't argue there.
Grandchild
I'm giving him finger claps. There you go.
Finger claps for Eel in the chat.
I do have a blonde wig, so I'm already like halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of like that has some like a businesswoman or something like that, but has a severe split personality disorder that turns into like a major whore at the end of the night at night. So very excited for that. Like just like be completely. But the thing is, it's clearly the same person. Like and I want like someone that. Like even a simpleton like Lorne would be able to pick up, like, oh yeah, clearly, but
Yeah,
so,
right.
like a prude in the day, like all that sort of fun stuff. So definitely would do that if I were a chick. But if I was actually playing a dude, I would be an alternative version of Lorne Armstrong. So similar to Liquid Lorne, but like not even saying, oh, I'm the real Lorne. No, but he actually came from another reality.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And but the thing is, the only difference is, like, of course, this alternate reality Lorne is infinitely more successful because of something that happened in the past that caused them to split. Now, like because I want Lorne to be the one that got all the leeway, that our Lorne to get all the leeway, all the right stuff. You know what I mean? Like had all the chances and everything else, whereas the alternate version Lorne actually got pulled back a grade or something like that in school and was forced to work extra hard to kind of make up for everything he did later on in life, and eventually became a decent person. So yeah,
that's a great angle. I love the alternate universe Lorne, the successful Lorne, like
the one who got the mac and cheese.
Right.
Never went to the house. You've got like an entire Lorne cinematic universe planned out.
Yeah.
The LCU, yeah. Roy's like the first villain in like Lorne 1.
Yeah. Oh, who would be the main boss then? I guess.
Oh, I mean, Emma is the Thanos for sure. She controls his time, his mind, his reality, his soul. She's got it all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and basically, her not talking to Lorne is basically the Thanos snap.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
She's my best friend.
Yeah, all of the 150 characters.
Like that had no relationship to anything they were just saying there.
I was just thinking that, like, he probably doesn't know anything about Marvel, like, at all, which is, whatever, fine, but, like, he would know something. I mean, everyone knows, like, something, but he just can't relate at all.
Exactly. I mean, look, and I don't know a great deal about Marvel myself. I haven't watched any of the new ones, that kind of stuff. I think the last anything Marvel related I watched was, like, like the original Thor or whatever. But you know enough, like you know enough to know what the Thanos snap is. Just pop culture references. You know what they're talking about there. But he has no idea, and he just pipes in with, "She's my best friend." Like that's got nothing to do with it, Lorne.
That's just not what they were saying at all.
I just called Jorrun Lorne. But he just heard Emma's name, and he's like, "Oh, I know something about her." Oh, it's just,
she has hair on her head.
Basically disappeared.
Just disappeared. She is inevitable.
Chef Tango just donated $1 and says, I'm glad I don't live with solid Lorne. He shouldn't have dogs. Also, Lorne is a virgin. Chef Tango, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
All right, Moina, I'm gonna start with you on this one. So, and this, I'm not sure if a Lorne Identity or it was Jorrun who recommended this topic, but it was a good one. Is there anybody in your life, like, have you tried to explain like this stupid hobby to anybody, and how did that go?
Over 5 years of me trying, I have failed time and time again. So yes, I have actually. Okay, so what I tried to do, I tried gently.
Have you actually? Have you told anyone?
Yeah.
About this?
Yeah. I would have to like really know them.
Yes.
But my mom, she knows because she likes to see everything that I do, and
nice.
You know, she likes the parody songs and stuff. But when I got into the Jessie stuff, she was like, "You need to not do this. This person can come after you."
that's a good call,
like,
Mrs.
She was really like worried about me. I'm like, I'm barely even in it. I'm just making shit up. I don't know. She's a terrible person.
Yep. No, well, Jessie would go after I'm not putting it past Jessie to go after people, but she would have to work through her other most hated first before she came.
Yeah, I'd be very, very far down on that list.
Yeah, like I mean, I could see Jessie tracking down Evil Little McNuggets and
yes,
wearing her skin around, but I wouldn't put anything past Jessie in that respect. But she's great, Ray.
Persuading them, like there's a general like a query, trying to get them to engage conversation, to outright strapping people down into chairs and forcing their eyes open onto a TV screen. So yeah, and it doesn't seem to work, and I'm not sure why. And then eventually got to a point where like my friends nowadays, they're like, "Are you quoting that pedophile shit again?" So, and I'm like, no, but I really am. But yeah, it's.
Have you
really,
told anybody? I think you said never ever, but have you?
Never ever. No.
Okay, so you were serious. Okay.
I would be horrified to see people's reactions. I just this is my weird little little obsession. Everyone's gotta have like weird shit, right? Like, but and not only that, it's one of those things like, where would you even start? Like, it is.
Yeah.
It is such a. But I am jealous of people that can tell other people this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not a good thing when you have to start with, well, hear me out.
Yeah. Like, so there's this pedophile, right?
Yes. Like, you should start with pedophile, probably.
It's a lot.
I really have. I gave it my best go, but I mean,
it's so like listening to like Valena, like it's so funny hearing another Australian accent to me. It's like when I watch like because most movies, there's not a lot of Australians in movies, but you see like you watch an American movie or whatever, and there's like an Australian in there, and like the accent sounds so great, like holy fuck, like do I honestly sound like that? It's it's like when compared to like Like the American accent just sounds so much smoother, and but when you hear them together, it's like Australian accent is so nasally. No offense to Melaine, I'm not meaning to come across like that. You sound like a good Australian. I'm talking about myself.
Well,
It's
I
just
know
one of
like
those
actors
things-
tend to like. I mean, they do it anyway, where it's the stereotype
Mm-hmm.
thing, and they don't they don't take it seriously. So it's just like.
And it's funny too, like completely unrelated. Like I was watching one of the late night shows. It was either Colbert or Jimmy Kimmel, and like it must have been Jimmy Kimmel. Like do you watch Jimmy Kimmel?
No.
No, he has a segment where he goes out and talks to people on the street, and like there was obviously like an Australian dude there that was like on holidays in LA or wherever it was. But like I was just listening. I wasn't watching. I dead set thought like he had the identical voice to me. I was like, what the fuck? Like it was.
Your ears perked up.
Yeah. I was like, well, I'm on Jimmy Kimmel. How cool.
I suppose they're just not smart enough to understand why Lorne's so great. Like I don't know. Like.
So what did you try to like what? How did you try to like? What did you show them that like?
Well,
to try to get them to understand, like, or did you just tell them like the Lorne Armstrong story? Or did you show them a video or?
So what I did was I did a bit of both. So I showed the introduction to Lornography, the one that Heisenberg.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I just filled in a lot of the details and just sort of tried to try to basically gauge conversation and he keeps he's basically like a well, at the time he wasn't 50, but let's just say
you're close enough.
50-year-old man's body, but a 15-year-old brain kind of thing.
Right.
He keeps getting catfished over and over and over again. And it's just like they would look at me with this sort of stare of disbelief. And I thought for a second like they couldn't believe the shit that the Lorne story was, but it turns out that they were in disbelief of me being interested.
Right.
So literally I would talk for about 2 hours about this to every person close to me. And they would be like, and at the very end, they would say, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And I'm like, "The fuck? What do you mean?"
Clearly, just trying to placate you.
Oh Jesus! I felt like I was betrayed, man.
Jorrun, before I get to you, Lorne Armstrong, he donated $1. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's gonna set you back a bit, Lorne. And
no message.
This is directed. I assume this is directed to Melena. To the fucking girl talking right now. Why are you still going around telling me you saw the fucking doctor naked? And he's seen your tits and he's seen your panties. Holy crap! Your boyfriend is supposed to be such a good-looking, feeling fucking fella. Fucking Paula.
Excellent.
So you're right in the Lauren puts you right in the same class as Paula, Melena.
Oh no!
Just another Paula.
You're just another goddamn Paula.
That's a reference that I don't actually think I know.
Me either.
Can you explain Paula?
Oh really,
Yeah,
Jorrun?
I'm not surprised that Jorrun doesn't know.
Oh really?
God.
You want to explain it, Melena, or do you want me to, or Danny?
Oh, if anybody can, yeah.
I can explain it. So basically, Paula was so this is when he was in the Air Force, or I think he was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
He met a girl, and he had an infatuation with her, and so basically, Paula was discovered when we found out about Paula. The way he talked about her, he sounded like he was talking about an ex. It was somebody that he went out with. He actually was engaged with at one point, and she cheated on him. And of course, he was so distraught at the betrayal that he actually attempted suicide. Now, come to find out, many years later, it turns out that Paula was a girl that he was simply infatuated with.
Of course.
And he probably went on like one date with her.
Yeah, right.
So you're telling me he lied?
Yeah, hard to believe, right?
Okay.
But
Right. she was actually a real person. Apparently,
Right.
like she actually had physical, tangible matter to her, which is I think a step up for Lorne. But
Right.
so yeah, they were he had this infatuation with her. He really had feelings for her. He wanted to propose to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like after I don't know after how long he had this crush.
Doesn't really matter with Lauren.
Doesn't really matter.
No.
He's an incel.
Yeah, exactly. She stopped dating people for a while because she wanted to take a break, so he didn't pursue her. So he says, right? Okay.
Right.
So but then all of a sudden, next thing Lorne knows that she's actually dating another guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mhm.
And then, of course, in his mind, that she cheated on him.
Of course.
Yeah, she was actually the first. She was the first Judas. She was the first person to betray Lorne.
After 9 fucking months.
Yeah, right. We thought Kayla. We thought he loved Kayla first, but it turned out he loved Paula first. Bartek, my man Bartek, donated $10 again. Bartek.
Oh, look at this.
Ian.
Oldie but a goodie. What do Lorne and a turtle have in common?
Their looks.
They both want to get there before the hare. Nicely done, Bartek.
God damn it, Bartek.
That's pretty. Yeah.
And Tiffany Lockhart just donated $2, and I have a feeling this is going to be an insult towards me. Clobber, you're one of the most spelled like Wes Moist talented men on YouTube. Thank you to you and your distinguished panel for keeping me entertained in between Grey's Anatomy episodes. Banana me, bitches. So bananas in the chat for Miss Lockhart.
That was actually very nice.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go completely. I was bracing myself for.
Right after you are the most, you never know what's going to happen after that.
Yeah, right. So Jorrun, let me go to you on this. Have you tried to explain? Is there anybody in your real life who knows about this this madness?
Do you have any friends, Jorrun?
I am so deeply closeted on this one.
Probably for the best.
Real talk.
So you haven't even tried to explain to anybody?
It's to the point where I've actually had a date recently, and I'm like, oh, I'm being so busy and creative lately. I'm really, and she's like, doing what? I'm like, and then I quickly make up a lie because I can't tell her that I have this obsession that I'm making almost daily videos about.
Right.
And it's kind of hard to cover up for that amount of time.
I know. Believe me.
You understand?
Oh, do I ever?
People are like, Klaba, every Sunday in the evening, I can't get in touch with you. And you're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm doing a
very, very
podcast.
closeted.
I would love to know more about this date, though. I wish he elaborated on that.
I feel like when he says date, he means someone he was talking to on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In those chat rooms. Just like
in those chat rooms. Asking for all the high ponytails and gold shoes.
So it's probably just YouTube comments like on Genie videos. I've been so busy and creative. Yeah.
It's like when he would talk about his super secret job.
Oh yeah.
That he didn't want anybody to know about. It's just like he was some secret fucking agent.
Yep. Like fucking, FBI agent or something. Like that was so funny.
Yeah. Like he had all the codes.
Yeah, that's right. Special agent Jorrun, we need to. The Russians are advancing. Wow. Yell at me, why don't you?
Good night, Andy. Have you tried to explain this to anybody IRL, as they say across the pond?
Yeah, I mean, with mixed results. Like there are a couple people who I have converted, but then there were a couple who.
Could you because it is so funny that it's his secret job and he's a massage therapist. But could you imagine getting a massage from Jorrun?
I've
would
heard they're
be-
terrible.
It'd be hilarious because he would talk the whole time.
He will. I bet he won't shut up.
Nah.
Like watched a couple or like listened to like a stream that I had done, and they were like, "Hey, this is actually kind of." They're like, "Hey, this is kind of fucked up. I don't think you should do this. You should leave this guy alone." I'm like, "Ah, you don't get it. You should listen to some more." And then I was like, "But did you hear the one where she wouldn't shut the fuck up about Dan?" And then she's like, "Yeah, it kind of made me uncomfortable."
Us too.
Right. I was like, "Yeah, but that's the whole point. It's like that's the whole thing." And then she's like, "No, I don't get it. I think yeah." So I think it's some people get it, some people just aren't going to.
So, but there are people that you have converted, though, huh?
Yeah, I've converted maybe like 2 or 3 people, which is that's big for a community.
That's very impressive for this for essentially a community that like is a church built around a pedophile. That's not
right.
That's not an easy sell.
It's the definition of niche. Right.
that's for sure. Paula Moore just donated $1 and says, "Lauren loved me first." We know, Paula. We know.
We get it.
Paula.
Stop bragging.
Yeah.
He stalked you first.
Yeah, we know this, Paula. Fucking Paula.
Could I jump in here for just a second?
No,
This is great.
Sorry.
Please do, John, because this is fucking hilarious.
Let me just connect the dots here. Paula Moore, Kayla Moore. Coincidence?
Sure.
I think not.
Well, her mother's name's Kelly.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I don't think we ever knew what Paula's last name was. Maybe Danny or Melena, are you guys aware that if Paula had a last name, or was she Gosling?
She did not have last
Last name.
He thought that Paula's actual last name was like. He is so doesn't get it.
He interrupted. He
For
did
that?
the "excuse me, may I please say something?" He stopped the whole conversation, the flow, because he just had to say that.
Guys, I figured it out. Kayla Moore, Paula Moore, get it? I connected the dots. Oh,
That's why he's a special agent, because he's so smart.
I think she got a last name out of him. If we did, I think Ember's probably the only one who knows it.
Actually, can I just point something out really quick? I just noticed something. Okay, so typically Lorne has this sort of habit of revealing people's full names when he's talking about them. Yeah. Why, like, for example, Amanda James and Vanessa Emily Parker, why not Paula? Okay,
You know what?
so
Maybe he did at some point.
Maybe he doesn't know it.
Or maybe I don't remember it. I don't remember Paula having I remember her being Gosling and not having a last name. Yeah, but I could be wrong. Maybe it is Paula Moore.
I don't know. Because again, Amanda James was like Chris Hansen. And then Paula came out with like Ramona and Ember.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe there might have been steps of protection to like blockade that, because at this point he was kind of catching on, I think.
Right.
So I don't think he actually mentioned it. It could also be a whole possibility that Paula does not exist.
Yeah, I was just thinking
And it was just a sympathy grab.
Yeah. Well,
because he's like, oh, well, I tried to commit suicide over this, and
yeah, well,
she told me not to ask her to marry her.
Yeah.
So I think it could have been.
We do know that Amanda James, that was, I mean, I don't know if the story is legit. It probably is, but her name wasn't Amanda James.
Oh,
right.
for sure.
And her daughter was actually like her niece.
Yeah, well, that's how she deceived Lauren. I got
the ultimate deception.
Yeah, exactly. Bartek has questions, and Bartek, we were going to get to this. He asks what your thoughts are on Lauren's virginity, and then he says it's a rhetorical question, as we all know that Lauren is a virgin. We'll get to that, Bartek. Believe me.
I'll get there. We've got opinions.
Yes. Fred says, Fred donated $2 and says, after a straight year of updates, my girlfriend finally became a Dark Side Phil detractor. but she seems to draw the line at Lorne. Maybe in 2021. Keep working on her, Fred.
Keep pushing.
Yeah.
You can do it, Fred.
If you can convert her to Dark Side Phil, you can definitely. Because Dark Side Phil, I mean, he's not as funny as Lorne. He's a much bigger piece of shit. I mean, Lorne is a much bigger piece of shit.
Straight garbage.
And then Trey Woodward donated $1 and says, "I'm making headway on converting my sister. I showed her the compost call, and she thought it was hilarious. Doesn't just a part of you want to reach out to Paula and get the real story, though?" No, not really. I mean,
no.
I'm always of the opinion of, like, I love fucking with the predators, but, like, the innocent people, like, Paula or whatever, I mean, yeah, it'd be great if she, like, stumbled upon a Lorne stream and then she wanted to come, and she wanted to come and tell her story.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to, like, search her out. That's the same with Amanda James and, all these other people.
I have a question.
Danny.
What do you think Jorrun is doing?
Like right now.
Yeah, because I feel like he's like washing dishes. That's what it sounds like. Like he's walking around his empty apartment. Like he can't even be bothered to listen to other people's opinions, like he's just ready. He just wants to go back in there.
Yes.
So he's just
dusting
his genie bottles and
Oh, you're so dirty. You are a dirty genie. I think I didn't actually didn't think about the clinking until you mentioned it, but that's what it sounds like is dishes. And I definitely couldn't see him, sitting there and, like you say, listening and, trying to contribute, because he's just buying time until it's his turn to talk again.
Yeah, and he mostly has no idea what they're talking about.
Exactly right. He doesn't. He clearly didn't know who Paula is. He probably doesn't know who Amanda James is. Like, he's just.
Well, he does because he loves to say a man named James. He thinks that is so funny.
That's right. That on his fucking lawn to English translation. Yeah.
I feel like he says that like more than once.
He probably does, because he probably came up with that and he was like, "Holy fuck, Jorrun. That is why your last name is Comedy, because that is gold."
Do you have anybody that you tried to tell about this madness?
Absolutely, yes, because I cannot keep my mouth shut. So one of my best friends, actually all three of my best friends know about this, that I do this,
Really?
and they've attended streams.
Oh, nice.
So number one best friend, Beth, and she's everybody knows her name already. So I'm not upset with sharing her name. I told her first because I was just like, I want to test the waters because my friends already know I'm weird, so we're just gonna test the waters and see how weird I can get. And then it turned into like a 2-hour long info dump because I absolutely cannot help myself. And she's just like, "That's pretty fucking weird." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And then I
actually, you're probably, as Cookie Whoopie Pie points out, which I didn't, connect the dots. You're probably exactly right. He's doing the dishes, because Cookie Whoopie Pie says he started the stream saying he was eating chicken parm that he didn't know how to make, so he's probably soaking the wok. He probably is actually doing his fucking dishes.
I mean, that's his one and only pan and pot. Like,
you gotta
can't
clean
let
that
that get. You have to.
just like fucking Kennedy walking around a grocery store on a stream. He's in there doing the dishes.
It got to a point where I was reading parts of the chat log for her as like warm up for myself. And she's just like, "What the fuck? Who does this?" I was like, "It's a thing. Do you want to read it?" And I sent it to her, and She's like, this man is uncomfortable.
Yeah. What about the rest of your friends?
I info dumped on them too, because I was really excited because I had just started like actually streaming and doing stuff. And I was like, is this how you feel after you stream? Because he also streams completely different content.
Right, I would imagine.
And this is salty. This is someone who's actually been inside of like my chats and interacted with people.
Okay.
So people probably will recognize the name
that
I'm saying, but he's attended streams and he was actually very interested when I told him about it. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, we just have like this whole like pseudo religion built around him, and we donate to a lady named Betty, and it's great. And then I actually got to a point where I was he was like, I need to know more about this. So I did a very special private reading of some of his prison letters for two of my friends. And the other friend being Colin, and Colin doesn't have like another name he goes by on the internet, so he does not care.
Right.
And Colin actually lives in Maine, and he was like, this guy lives in Maine? That sounds about right. And I was like, oh, but yeah, I do special private readings for my friends about some of the content. And Salty, once I hit 100 followers, he is going to do a special reading of the chat log with me. So I've essentially pulled him into this rabbit hole. I don't know if he's started to branch out into other people's content yet, but I've essentially dragged him into my mess. So he will be coming on with me. And my friend Beth has actually agreed to do stuff with me. She won't do chat log reading because it makes her really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would think.
So we'll work on that. But I was like, if I can get you to listen to a call with me, if I can get that set up, we will absolutely positively do that. She's not heard any of the calls. And I've sent her like 2 videos of calls. I was like, these are like requisites you must listen to.
Nice.
Could I jump in here for just a second?
There we go again.
So I was doing a chat log reading with Danny just about a week ago, and we're having a lot of fun, and Salty's there, and he's a cool guy. And Danny goes, I'm going to take my friends, and I am going to drag them kicking and screaming into this abyss with me, and they will not escape. And I'm like, I haven't seen this side of you before, princess.
So pretty much exactly what Danny had just said herself. I mean, she said it, less weirdly but Jorrun says everything weirdly. But so he had to jump in so he could prove how good friends him and Danny are. That he calls her princess, and I'm telling your story for you.
Because he was probably like, why isn't she? Why aren't they talking about our chat log reading?
Exactly. Come on, princess, say about how much fun we had together and how it wasn't creepy at all.
Yeah.
That's partially because when I get onto something, I absolutely do not shut the hell up about it. So my friends kind of have like no choice but to be involved. With the whole COVID like shutdown, I usually call my friends and communicate with them because they're stuck inside too, so they absolutely have no escape from me anymore.
Yeah. Well, this is a great pastime for the lockdown for sure.
Oh yeah. And then since I've gotten access to the dump, that's mostly been the things I've been talking to them about. I was like, dude, this call's wild. And then I told them about my favorite call. I was like, it's literally 60 seconds long. And they're like, what? Your favorite call out of all these long-ass calls you talked about is a very short call? And I was like, yeah, of course. Because it's him and his brother fighting.
Oh, yeah.
It's a full-out fight.
Yeah.
Like, you just hear this man storm the trailer in, like, the last 20 seconds, and they're yelling and
I got a few donations that I want to read out. KLR Ron, he donated $5. I'm hearing the echo again.
Oh,
because someone doesn't have a mic. Mic muted.
He said.
So, as we mentioned, we'll be doing this over a few streams because it's quite long, and seeing the technical difficulties have come back and not wanting to risk my own ones returning, we might start wrapping it up for this section here. So.
Yeah, but like, how method was that? You know, like I feel like it just had to happen that way.
I absolutely. I couldn't I couldn't get over how like the exact same time that their one cut out, my one cut out. It was just, you know, if I'm not smart enough to make that happen, not organically. So it was very good, and I do wonder. So when we do the next installment of this, which I think will probably be next week. We're going to do it on your channel, so it is your turn to to fuck everything
To
up.
fuck up.
So, thank you very much, guys, for being here. Like this is I mean, this has been really fun. I was so excited to find this kind of lost Jorrun call, and I'm looking forward to doing the rest of it. And I know that Jorrun isn't everyone's cup of tea, so I appreciate people that do get it and like it being here. So good times.
Yeah.
Any thing from you before we go? Upcoming streams or other such stuff? Apart from the next installment of this, obviously.
No, probably next week when we pick this back up will be the next time.
Very good. Well, thank you again, and thank you to everyone, and we will see you again next week.